Hi everyone and welcome to HR in the Fast Lane. I am so absolutely thrilled about my show today. The woman that I have to my right, I have known for almost a decade. I consider her to be a true champion of what the human, capital value proposition is all about in building an organization and meeting the HR strategy to the business strategy. I've had the pleasure of serving with her on a board for Chicago's 101 Best and Brightest Companies to work for throughout many years, and literally witnessed her walk the stage, taking awards with their founder, Joe Slawek, specifically in the best of the best category, right? Which is the best of the best overall in all categories for being one of the 101 Best and Brightest Companies to work for here in Chicago for 2 years of those 10 years. Being on the winner's list for 10 years. And specifically, you took home an Elite Award this year, yes?
We did,
and you want to speak briefly about that?
Sure. Compensation, benefits, and employee solutions.
Yeah.
This year we were the winner of, which was fabulous. It's just a wonderful recognition for the organization and all the great things that we're doing.
Absolutely, and that's no small feat. I mean, truly, we rattle those things off because we've been in it, right? And I've witnessed you do this, but I truly believe it has a lot to do with your founder. Wouldn't you agree?
It absolutely does. Starts from the top, yes. And the vision that Joe has cast for the organization, founded in 1987. And from there, he is just ingrained in the organization a culture of inclusiveness and bringing employees together. And it's not just with the employee, but it's about the families that he includes, and make sure that we do life together. It's not just about working together, but actually truly doing life together.
See, and really building a business around life-affirming work. I feel like, if you ever have the opportunity to just look up their founder, he's written a wonderful book that's out there. I believe it's called The 10 Business Strategies for Success, correct? Wonderful read. But without further ado, I want you to kind of bridge out and tell us a little bit more about obviously it's an amazing culture. What do you feel really you've been there for a number of years.
Yep.
You've seen it grow. You've had tremendous growth.
Yeah. Right.
Speak a little bit about how you've integrated your HR strategy and your approach to that through the growth.
That's right. So I would say probably the founding aspect of that cultural growth is with our core values. And they're integral to the way that we do business, integral to the way that our employees both come into the organization and how we have created our retention strategies. And
it's just so huge nowadays. Retention is going to be where it's at, right?
It is, and that's where we really emphasized our programs today, really in the learning and education and training of our current staff. And because we have a very diverse organization, about a third of our workforce is production, and on the blue-collar side, a third is our business professionals, and the other third is our professional scientists, our technical folks.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because I know there is quite a bit of concern, within the STEM skills, within food scientists, within the chemists in the food industry. And I've had the opportunity to speak with other leaders that are significantly concerned about the talent pipelining. And when you think of the people that are already in your business that you're trying to retain, as we just mentioned, with retention strategies, but also not enough people coming into the field to keep up with the growth that you have. Share with everyone. I know you have a Flavor University. Talk about how you're bridging programs to your current workforce for mentorship, as well as how you're attracting and bringing other people on to not just buy talent, but make it.
That's right. So when you think about the fact that, what would we do? We're a flavor industry, and so our niche is being able to research, develop, and manufacture flavors for the food and beverage industry worldwide.
Oh, wow.
And so in doing that, we have professionals in the food science and chemistry areas. And that's in the STEM aspect where the skill gap is. And so we have today, and we have for a number of years, in creating Flavor University, which is, yes, it's the education platform for the industry. And we have our own professional scientists who are teaching the industry all about what it is to do food science. How do you flavor? How do you produce for product development? And so we have sensory, we have flavorists, the food scientists themselves, we have the applications, the research and innovation scientists, and we do all of this on site for 1.5 days, and it's free of charge.
And you're doing it for the public?
Yes.
And you're bridging it out to the community?
Correct.
Wonderful.
That's
Wonderful. And I'm guessing, are there other regional kind of people in the industry as well coming and attending to FONA as the leader in this? Or
There are, within our industry, for the most part, it's customer-based, but it also is the community, and it's part of our onboarding. So all of our employees also take this course, so they can get a orientation of what the organization is all about.
Oh, which is so wonderful, right? Because connecting to what the bigger picture is day one, right? And then helping them understand how they put a handprint on that. Tell us about Discover FONA.
Sure. So the Flavor University program is for our current employees to really be helping and educate, presenting to the industry. Discover FONA is about the next generation. And yes, it's a community education outreach program, and this is centralizing on the high school students, food science and chemistry. And it's taking FONA inspired and created lesson plans and educating them through hands-on demonstrations, through coming into the organization and receiving tours, which is another aspect of tour training that we educate our employees about, and help them to learn about public speaking and just help the organization as well as our community outreach.
Just to tell your story.
That's right.
Absolutely. So this probably engages just a lot of the diversity that you have within your current workforce to really feel a part of this greater impact that FONA's having.
It does.
And do you feel that they feel just this great sense of pride through all of that?
They do, and there's such a connection because the organization has, to your point, when it comes to the different individuals around the building, because there's about 200 employees, and they're all centrally located. So, which is really nice to be able to be all under one roof.
Absolutely.
And be able to work and live and do life together.
Absolutely. Well, and I know you guys do a lot to bridge to the community as well, just in all kinds of ways.
Right. And there's one aspect in particular, earlier this year, we had through the, not the Discover FONA program, but through an actual connection we have with one of the local high schools, we had it's called the Master's Program, and it's math advanced in the STEM program. And they had about, isn't it? So there was about 40 or so students in this classroom, and our research and development scientists went out, connected those students with a local retirement village, and we took them blind smell tests and taste tests to be able to create statistical analysis that will be used for developing pharmaceutical products for
how interesting.
For the industry.
Oh my gosh,
You're taking one generation and connecting that with another generation to create, because as we age, your taste decreases and smell decreases, and to be able to take what they have created and put that into an actual product.
That's amazing.
That consumers will be tasting and purchasing, which is just such an amazing process.
Yeah. Well, and just to get into the inside of it a little bit, and I think there's something so beautiful about FONA that I know in terms of when you're talking about just life and life-affirming work, and I mean the fact that you guys even bring chaplains into the workplace.
That's correct.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about how you do that and how your workforce receives that.
Well, when you drive up to the organization, you park and come into the main entrance of the building, we have a rock that says, "In God We Trust." And that essence, that creation of that impression of what the organization is all about is caring for people. And whether you're an employee or a customer or a guest. And so when you walk into the building and you see we're very transparent, very open. You'll see the lab and what we're actually doing on the bench top. You'll see the offices. I even have a window in my office. How many HR offices have a window, right?
Put the light in.
Exactly. And so the Corporate Chaplain of America is the program that we're using to have an essence of spirituality in the workplace as well. Because it's not just about, like as I said before, coming to work. It's about the mind, body, and spirit.
Absolutely. I truly believe work is personal.
It is.
Yeah, and I think you guys really do a good job of making sure that work is personal, right? Reminding people of that.
Right.
And I think it's something that, it's fascinating though. A lot of people kind of stay away from spirituality, and I think that it's something you should be so proud of. And truly when you think about how you've lived it, I mean, you're being recognized for it as well, correct?
We have been, yes.
Tell us about this recent award that you won.
Relative to the compensation benefits and employee solutions for the 101 best and brightest companies to work for in Chicagoland. Yes, that is definitely an award that we are very proud of. for 2015.
Compensation benefits is not an easy one to take the lead word home in.
It's not. But we also look at, from a wellness standpoint, we have a wellness committee, so we bring our employees together who are committed to making sure that health and wellness is a part of not only their own day in, day out, but also that they're the advocates and ambassadors for the organization and our employees. And, families. This isn't just about those who actually work in the organization, but, transcending to the families as well. So we try to reach out to them as well and make sure that they're part of, we have annual wellness screening tests. We have blood drives that we actually have open to spouses and children as well. And so, wellness is a big part of how we do life together too.
Absolutely. You have so many wonderful, moments to be so proud of. What do you think is the one thing that you're most proud of that you've put your handprint on in terms of the efforts that you've made over the years to really bring the HR strategy, to integration with the business strategy you've had a part to be in, right? I mean, what if you were to take one thing, what would that be?
Gosh, that's such a hard thing to say. And I would say it probably has to be the most recent, Nicole, and that is individual development plans, because you mentioned, and you're so right, retention is a key for organizations. And right now, FONA is taking a very prominent role in ensuring that our workforce knows how dedicated and committed that we as an organization are to them and their future growth. And so individual development plans and having the skills and the abilities of our managers and coaching them to be able to support the growth opportunities that our employees are looking for.
Right, really coaching them in that opportunity. I think that's so wonderful. And individual development plans speak to just, you can't have performance excellence without individual development plans tied to performance, improvement or performance excellence in any way, shape, or form.
That's right. So it's kind of like when you look at back about 6.5 years ago when I started working at FONA now, creating a performance management system and the processes in place in order to have the right foundation has really allowed to springboard from there to now creating a program that really personalizes for individuals.
I think that's wonderful, because that's really what it's all about when you can get to the core of what defines success and how you as an individual can be successful within FONA, right? Well, there's no surprise why she's a wonderful guest today on HR in the Fast Lane. Where do people find FONA?
FONA can be found online at fona.com, and we're in Geneva, Illinois, so if you haven't had a chance yet to come on out, you're welcome to do so. We are a destination for both the community and for guests alike, so come on out.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tonya, for coming on today. It's truly an honor. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Make it a great day.
Make it a great day.